Let's play! Wow, is that a bug or is it literally on one big blind? Awkward. Probably a flop I should be donking because they don't double barrel much. My hand needs protection, but he does. Which probably means I beat anyway, yeah. I should just dunk there. And we fold. If we had a diamond in our hand, floating here would probably be a good idea. Someone asking if I stream later. The answer is yes. And they just call me down, which is expected if they know me. I mean, that hand in general is just a call down anyway, no matter if he knows me or not. So it's not really something where, oh, I should bluff less, or no, it doesn't matter. As long as they call down hands that you expect them to call down, it's you can just keep doing your good bluffs. I mean, I'm not sure if this is good bluff, but it's impossible to tell. Like, I would have to go deep into ranges, analyze my frequencies of bluffing versus my frequencies of value betting, and it gets very complicated. As an average rule, you want to be bluffing too much, in quotation marks, in position anyway, when c-betting. So, like, I don't really care about the spot too much. Made a mistake here. I didn't see that I had a pair of fives. On the flop. It was a dry flop, so I don't expect him to have loads. I mean, just to have a rough estimation here, my value bets on the river are 3-5 suited, 5-8 suited, all combinations, king queen, ace king, not all combinations but most of them, pocket kings, pocket queens, pocket sixes, low frequencies, 6-4, 6-7 suited. King Jack sometimes. And as you can see, that's a pretty wide value range on the river. That's a lot of combinations. That's over, if I had to guess, that's like 50 combinations on plus minus 10. Maybe even more actually, if I forgot some hands. If I then bet like 3/4 pot on the river, I want to have like 30 to 40 bluff combinations. If I bluff all misdraws, it's probably too much. Because for example Jack 10 offsuit alone is already 16 combinations. But Jack 10 offsuit is a really good combination. So I guess in this spot, for example, it would be nice to bluff every missed Broadway draw, like Ace Jack, Ace 10, Jack 10, Jack 9, stuff like that. And not bluff missed flush draws. And you will be fine. But because the average tendency here is that people overfold too much to triple barrels, is, yeah, in the end it could actually be that you still want to just be over bluffing here massively, like to exploit the opponents. It's an awkward spot. I think he has ace queen, ace 10 suited. If he calls a bet, and I'm sure he calls a bet like that with those hands, so if he folds, I'm not sure what he could have had there. That checks flop, calls turn, folds river. It's not really transparent. Obviously we don't fold here. We need to dodge an ace. And we do dodge an ace. So that's a classic you get rewarded for not tilting type hand. Right? You just play. Yeah, like you just chill, you play, you drink your coffee. And then a guy stacks off with, like, for no reason, and you just make a stack for free. Now, if you want to win rate to be 3 BB per 100, you're gonna get to that, or like 2 to 3 BB per 100. You're gonna get to that by just not tilting, because you get people like this. If you don't do this, but they do it, that's gonna be the difference. But if you do it too, even if it's just one day a month, yeah, you're not gonna be winning. Because that's the difference. If you are not different, then you get the same. Actually, against this guy, just try and check down, because he's just gonna be on a pocket pair most of the time. Can't get that to fold. On this particular river, we actually never win. There's no hand we win against anymore. So we could consider bluffing, but I would only be targeting ace highs like that, which I'm blocking, so it's kind of... yeah, he doesn't have enough combos that I'm trying to bluff him off of. It's simply that this river is just amazing for him, because now every 7... like, just every hand that he has is something better than ace 10. He cannot have a worse hand, because he doesn't check down something like jack 10 here. He would bet jack 10 on the flop or turn. On the river his range is literally pocket pairs and ace high, so I don't beat anything anymore. But if the river's not an 8, then it's a jack, then at least he can have something like ace 7 suited. Then I still beat. This river I only beat ace 3 and ace 4 suited, which I think are hands that he will be betting on the turn. Flop or turn, or maybe flop and turn. But I think this guy bets it on the turn. I've played a few hands against him. We could possibly bet... actually, let's try. My standard strategy here is to just check. But I think this guy is gonna call. Yeah, I already expected that. Against very good players you don't want to be doing these bets, because they will punish you by check raising. Because if I bet small on this turn, what am I repping? I'm repping weak hands. I'm just gonna overfold here. He's gonna have something like 3-5 of clubs. It's just... yeah. It doesn't matter how many misdraws he has there, it's just too rarely a bluff. Interesting run out here. I'm gonna be bluffing. I wanna check raise on an ace. If he checks back flop, he should have a lot of ace x here that now bet, and I can check raise for value. Nice. And the guy folds, that's also very nice. But he didn't... wow, he actually did not fall into our trap here. Wow. I guess he overfolded an ace. Or he actually checked back on the flop with trash and then bet the turn with trash. Which is also unexpected. That's well played actually if he did that. Most people cannot wait to c-bet the flop in position. And then they have those weird stats of like c-bet flop in position 80%. And then check turn 80%. That's very exploitable. Oh, we get 2 callers. Or, yeah, we get 2 callers to his bet. which means I'm not so confident about my hand anymore, but I want to block bet the river here. I think they are gonna call a jack. Well, now he probably has a better ace. Oh, okay. Yeah, I had the jack, he just had a 2-pair jack. At least he just min-raised. Or, actually in that case, the min-raise is the only way I ever call. If he makes it even just one big blind bigger on the river, I instantly fold. Anyway. That's it for the sesh. Or not for the sesh, but for this episode. Leave a like or dislike. Bye bye.